In his strong arm, with weak and feeble hand, she would have thrust away, loosed and untwined. Oft strove she, but in vain, to break that band, for he the hold he got not yet resigned. Herself fast bound in those dear knots she fanned, dear, though she feigned scorn, strove and repined. At last she speaks, she weeps, complains and cries, yet durst not, did not, would not see his eyes. Cruel at thy departure, at return as cruel. Say, what chance thee hither guideth? Wouldst thou prevent her death, whose heart forlorn for thee death's strokes each hour divideth? Comest thou to save my life? Alas, what scorn, what torment for Armida poor abideth? No, no, thy crafts and sleights I well descry, but she can little do that cannot die. Thy triumph is not great, nor well arrayed, unless in chains thou lead a captive dame. A dame now taken by force, before betrayed. This is thy greatest glory, greatest fame. Time was that thee of love and life I prayed. Let death now end my love, my life, my shame. Yet let not thy false hand bereave this breath, for if it were thy gift, hateful were death. Cruel, myself 100 ways confine, to rid me from thy malice, from thy hate, if weapons sharp, if poisons of all kind, if fire, if strangling fail, in that estate, it weighs enough, I know, to stop this wind. 1,000 entries hath the house of fate. Ah, leave these flatteries, leave weak hope to move. Cease, cease, my hope is dead, dead is my love. Thus mourned she, and from her watery eyes disdain and love dropped down, rolled up in tears. From his pure fountains ran 2 streams likewise, wherein chaste pity and mild ruth appears. Thus with sweet words the queen he pacifies. Madam, appease your grief, your wrath, your fears, for to be crowned, not scorned, your life I save. Your foe, nay, but your friend, your knight, your slave. But if you trust no speech, no oath, no word, yet in mine eyes my zeal, my truth behold. For to that throne whereof thy sire was lord, I will restore thee, crown thee with that gold. And if high heaven would so much grace afford, as from thy heart this cloud, this veil unfold, of paganism, in all the east no dame should equalize thy fortune, state, and fame. Thus plaineth he, thus prays, and his desire endears with sighs that fly and tears that fall. That as against the warmth of Titan's fire, snowdrifts consume on tops of mountains tall, so melts her wrath, but love remains entire. Behold, she says, your handmaid and your thrall, my life, my crown, my wealth, use at your pleasure. Thus death her life became, loss proved her treasure. This while the captain of the Egyptian host, that saw his royal standard laid on ground, saw Rimedon, that ensign's prop and post, by Godfrey's noble hand killed with one wound, and all his folk discomfit slain and lost. No coward was in this last battle found, but rode about and sought, nor sought in vain, some famous hand of which he might be slain. Against Lord Godfrey boldly out he flew, for nobler foe he wished not, could not spy. Of desperate courage showed he tokens true, where'er he joined or stayed or passed by, and cried to the Duke as near he drew, Behold, of thy strong hand I come to die, yet trust to overthrow thee with my fall. My castle's ruins shall break down thy wall. This said, forth spurred they both high advanced, their swords aloft. Both struck at once, both hit. His left arm wounded had the knight of France. His shield was pierced, his vant-brace cleft and split. The pagan backward fell, half in a trance. On his left ear his foe so hugely smit, and as he sought to rise, Godfredo's sword pierced him through, so died that army's lord. Of his great host, when Emerin was dead, fled the small remnant that alive remained. Godfrey espied as he turned his steed, great Altamore on foot, with blood all stained, with half a sword, half helm upon his head, 'gainst whom 100 fought, yet not one gained. Cease, cease this strife, he cried, and thou, brave knight, yield. I am Godfrey, yield thee to my might. He that till then his proud and haughty heart to act of humbleness did never bend, when that great name he heard, from the north part of our wide world renowned to Ethiop's end, answered, I yield to thee, thou worthy art. I am thy prisoner, fortune is thy friend. On Altamoro great thy conquest bold of glory shall be rich, and rich of gold. My loving queen, my wife, and lady kind, shall ransom me with jewels, gold, and treasure. God shield, quoth Godfrey, that my noble mind should praise in virtue, so by profit measure. All that thou hast from Persia and from Ind, enjoy it still, therein I take no pleasure. I set no rent on life, no price on blood. I fight, and sell not war for gold or good. This said, he gave him to his knights to keep, and after those that fled his course he bent. They to their rampiers fled in trenches deep. It could not so death's cruel stroke prevent. The camp was won, and all in blood doth steep. The blood in rivers stream from tent to tent. It soiled, defiled, defaced all the prey, shields, helmets, armors, plumes, and feathers gay. Thus conquered Godfrey, and as yet the sun dived not in silver waves his golden wane, but daylight served him to the fortress won, with his victorious host to turn again. His bloody coat he put not off, but run to the high temple with his noble train, and there hung up his arms, and there he bows his knees, there prayed, and there performed his vows.